Let's start in a cross-legged seat. Let's bring our thumb and our second finger together lightly to touch. So the arms will be gently straightened, not rigid. And close the eyes. And just start to slow the breath through the nose. Allow the breath to work its magic. Allow the breath to clear your mind, clearing some space for the unmanifest. We're going to do a little breath of fire. You can stay right here, or you can come onto the knees if you like. Keep your spine nice and long and your shoulders and face soft. We'll draw the belly in and up as we exhale abruptly through the nose. Whenever you're ready, you can start. Try to pick up the pace a little bit. We'll go for 10 more seconds. 3. Inhale, fill all the way up. Exhale, soften. All right, inhale the arms up, grab onto the elbows, and then lift the right elbow up high. Lengthening through the whole right side as you drop that right sit bone down, soften the shoulders down. Going back to that deep, slow, rhythmic flow of air through the nose, allowing the breath to do its magic. Slowly come up and reach the left elbow up. Press the left sit bone down. Soften the shoulders down. Come back to center and lower the arms down by your sides. Inhale them right back up. Squeeze the palms together and lift. Exhale, turn and twist to the right. Inhale back through center. Press the sit bones down. Press the hands together. Lift up. Exhale, turn and twist left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, turn and twist right. We'll stay for 2 full breaths here. Inhale, lengthens. Exhale, softens. Next inhale, come back through center. Exhale to the left. Stay for 2 full breaths. Inhale back to center, squeeze the palms together, lift up. And exhale, hinge forward, bring the hands to the mat. Let the head become heavy. Let the mind become light. So just like we breathe into spots where we feel the tension in the body, breathe into that tension in the mind, that worry. Use the exhale to let it go. Slowly come back up. We'll come into a boat pose. Squeeze your legs together. Maybe you straighten into the legs. Pull the belly in, lift the heart. 2 more breaths. Now we'll roll onto the back. Maybe you bring the toes to touch the ground behind the head. Soften through the neck and the face. We're gonna rock forward and back a couple times, rocking all the way to a seat a couple times, and then see if you can rock up into a deep yogic squat. It's really hard on a hill, but I think I can do it. No, I can't. Okay, find your deep yogic squat and sink into the heels. Press the knees open. Find your breath. Find that balance of length and softness, of strength and surrender. Interlace your fingers, except your index finger. Reach your hands forward, arms parallel to the ground. Look down. Squeeze your head with your arms to make sure your neck and arms are parallel to the ground. Turn your toes forward, lift your booty up so your thighs are parallel to the ground. Make sure your knees are stacked over your ankles. Pull the belly in, find a little more length. Now press into the feet and come all the way up to standing. Reach up out of the waist. Exhale, drop it to the right. Keep squeezing your head with your arms, softening through the face and shoulders. Inhale back through center. Press into all four corners of both feet. Exhale, drop it to the left. Soften. Slowly come back up. Hinge at the hips. Reach your fingers forward. And then bend the knees again so everything's parallel to the ground again. Pull the belly in. Find a little more length. And then exhale, fold forward. Maybe starting to straighten into your legs. Relax your head and your neck and your mind. Slowly step back into plank and find that nice long line of energy. Feel the strength in your body. Feel the calm in your mind. Allow the breath to do its magic. Lower the knees and the chest and the chin. Flatten all the way down for 3 rounds of a rolling cobra. Press into the feet. Peel the heart up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Maybe coming up a little higher each time. Maybe starting to straighten into the arms. Soften through the face, the shoulders, the glutes. Maybe on your last one, you look up and reach up through the chin and slowly lower back down. Press back through child's pose and lift up, downward facing dog. Press into the fingers and knuckles. Let your head be heavy. Let your mind be still. If your mind is still bouncing around, just focus more on each breath. Allowing the breath to clear some space in the body, in the mind. Inhale, lift your right foot up high. Slowly walk your hands back to that left foot, coming into standing splits. Keep your head heavy. And now keep your hips in line. So lift the left hip and lower the right hip. Maybe you need to lower the right leg to keep those hips in line. Your inner thighs are almost touching because those hips are the same direction here. And now open that right hip to stack it on top of the left, turning the toes out to the side. Press back through the heel and feel that length through the whole right side of the body. Slowly peel the right arm up to stack the shoulders and feel this nice long line of energy from your heel to your crown. Slowly lower the right hand back down, come back into that standing splits, and slowly walk your hands forward to three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose and slowly step it through. Lower the left knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale, rise up. On the exhale, we'll come all the way back to half splits. Draw the toes back towards the face. Move slowly with your breath. Inhale, press that right foot down, peel the arms up. Exhale, sink back into that half splits. 2 more times, slow it down even more. This time we'll hold here as we reach up out of the waist a little more, drawing that right hip back, breathing into that left hip flexor and allowing everything to soften here. Lower the hands to frame the foot, draw it back to half splits. We'll hold here for a couple breaths, maybe starting to bend at the elbows to lower the body down towards that leg. Lower the right foot down. Curl the left toes, shoot the right foot up and back, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hips, let your head stay heavy. And come back downward facing dog. Settle in here for a couple of breaths. Press through the fingers and knuckles just a little bit more. Inhale, lift the left foot up high. Slowly walk your hands back to that right foot. Level the hips out, standing splits, head is heavy, breath is deep, mind is clear. Now turn those toes out to the side to stack the hips and press back through the heel. Slowly peel that left arm up, stack the shoulders. Lengthen from heel to crown. Lower the left hand back down, standing splits, head is heavy, breath is deep. Walk the hands forward, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, lower down. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale, half splits. 3 more times with your own breath. Next time you come up, we'll hold there. Sinking in a little bit deeper, creating a little more space. Lower your hands to frame the foot. Draw the toes back, half splits, and we'll hold. Draw those left toes back towards the face. Soften the face. Lower that foot down, curl the right toe, shoot the left foot up, three-legged dog, bend the knee, open the hips, relax your head. And come back downward facing dog. Lower the knees down and come into a child's pose. Let your forehead rest here. Interlace your fingers back behind your sit bones. Reach your arms up and overhead and soften. Notice how when things are kind of hard or restricted, it gets harder to breathe. But notice how the breath can have even more magic in those moments if you can stay with it and breathe a little deeper and soften into it just a little bit more. Lower the hands back down, walk them forward, and press up into plank pose. Find that nice long line of energy. Find that nice balance of strength in your body and stillness in your mind. Lower through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, baby cobra. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right foot up high. Come up on the tippy toes. Exhale, sink into the heel. Walk your hands back to that foot, standing splits. Head is heavy, level the hips out. Now turn those toes open, stack the hips, press back through the heel more. Peel the right arm up, stacking hips, stacking shoulders, lengthening one more time from heel to crown. Come back to standing splits. Then we'll slowly come to standing. We'll bring the right knee up with us, bring the hands to the hips, and kick that right leg forward. Kick out through the heel, drawing the toes back towards the face. See if you can engage both the quads. Even if the legs aren't straightening, feel both quads activated evenly. Find your breath. Now point the toe and lift a little bit higher. Now slowly set the right foot down to meet the left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, lengthen forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Walk the hands forward into plank and come through chaturanga. Inhale, lift the left foot up high. Come up on the toes. Exhale, sink into the heel. Walk the hands back to the foot, standing splits. Head is heavy. Level the hips. Now turn those toes out, stack the hips, peel the left arm up, stacking everything here, lengthening out. Engaging both quads. Lower the left hand, standing splits, and then slowly come to standing, lifting the left knee up high, bring the hands to the hips, kick out through the left heel. Activate your quads evenly, lift through the heart. Point the toe, lift a little higher. And slowly release the left foot down next to the right. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive, lengthen forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, walk it forward into plank and hold here. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot, peel the right arm up. Find your breath, maybe the right leg lifts up. Slowly come back to plank and roll to the outside of the right foot. Peel the left arm up, lift the hips a little higher. Slowly come back to plank and lower through chaturanga. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right foot up high. Come up on the toes. Exhale, sink into the heel, walk the hands back, standing splits. Maybe you grab the back of the calf or the ankle and pull yourself in a little deeper. Shake the head a little bit, soften through the face, soften through the shoulders. Let this breath clear your mind. Turn those toes open to stack the hips, press back through the heel, peel the right arm up, stack the hips, stack the shoulders, find a little more length. Slowly come back to standing splits and stand up, bring the right knee up high with you. Kick the right leg out again and step the right foot just a couple feet in front of the left for pyramid pose. Kick the left toes out to 45. Bring the hands into prayer behind your back or just press your fists together there. Press down into all four corners of the feet, lift through the heart and hinge at the hips. Tucking the chin to the chest, maybe you can place the forehead on the leg. Two more breaths. Let something go here. Lower the hands down, step the left foot forward. Bend the knees, sweep the floor, find that chair pose. Step your feet as wide as your hips. Interlace your fingers. Try to squeeze your head with your straight arms. Glue your palms together. Drop it over to the right. We'll hold a couple breaths. Sink into the heels. Chin away from the chest a little bit. Reach out through the fingers and try to lengthen the whole left side of your body, using your right hand to pull everything up and over. Roll that left arm back just a little bit to open the heart up towards the sky. Slowly come back up and drop it over to the left. Try to straighten your arms and glue the palms. Sink into the heels. Press those hips out to the right. Slowly come back up. Hinge at the hips. Bend the knees. Get the thighs parallel to the ground. Belly, arms, neck parallel to the ground. Find your breath. Find your strength. And slowly fold forward, straightening into the legs. Walk your hands forward. Walk your feet back. Downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose. Come up high on the toes. Open mouth, exhale. Sink into the heels. Soften. Inhale, left foot reaches up high. Come up on the toes. Sink into the heel. Walk the hands back to the foot. Standing splits. Grab the back of the calf or the ankle. Pull yourself in a little deeper. Head is heavy. Breath is deep. Use this breath to clear the mind. Lower the hands back down. Turn the toes open to stack the hips. Press back through the heel. Peel the left arm up. Lengthen out. Come back to standing splits. Slowly come to standing. Bring the left knee up high. Kick the left leg out. And step forward into pyramid pose. Kick those right toes out to 45. Hips forward. Hands in prayer behind your back. Press the feet down. Lift the heart up and hinge forward. Tucking the chin. Maybe placing the forehead on the leg. One more breath. Lower the hands down, step the right foot forward. Bend the knees, sweep the floor, find that chair pose. Stand up, find a little backward bend. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk the hands forward, walk the feet back, plank pose. Find that nice long line of energy. Then roll to the outside edge of the left foot. Peel the right arm up, lift the hips, maybe the right leg lifts. Find your breath. Slowly come back to plank and roll to the outside of the right foot. Peel the left arm up, lift the hips. Slowly come back to plank and lower through chaturanga. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, high on the toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into the heels. Then come down into a child's pose. Let your forehead rest. When you're ready, come back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right foot up high. Come up on the toes. Exhale, sink into the heel. Walk the hands back to meet the foot, standing splits. Draw the belly in and up out of the way to folding a little bit deeper. Turn the toes open, stack the hips, press back through the heel, peel the left arm open this time. So actually point the toes at the ground, yeah? Press back through the heel And then try to stack the shoulders here. Press back through the heel, roll that left shoulder back. Find your breath. Try to engage both quads evenly and soften where you can. Slowly come back through standing splits. Come to standing, bring the right knee up high. And then we'll bring the right foot back behind, grabbing the ankle from the inside, right on the ankle bone. Bring your knees to touch. Reach up through the left hand. Reach forward as you kick that right foot up and back, drawing your shoulders into one line. Reach forward through the fingers. Soften the face. Deepen the breath. One more breath. Slowly come back up. Lift that knee high, reach the arms up. Cartwheel the hands down, shoot the leg high like standing splits. Walk forward into three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hips. Reach that right foot up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Walk your right foot out to the right a little bit. Bring your hands inside the foot. And maybe you lower down to the forearms here. You can keep that back knee lifted or lower it down. Relax your head and your neck. Slowly come back up onto the hands. Walk the right foot back into the center of the mat. We're coming to half splits again, or maybe you start to slide the right foot forward, coming towards full splits. Maybe you start to bend at the elbows, lowering the body down towards the leg. Draw the right hip back. Clear the mind with this breath. Do fleas have wings? I think there's been fleas around here. And he like jumps around, but I don't think he flies, but he has wings, I think. Slowly come back down, walk that right foot back so it's underneath the knee. Curl the left toes under, shoot the right foot up and back, three-legged dog, and come back downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, high on the toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into the heels. Inhale, left foot reaches up high. Come up on the toes. Exhale, sink into the heel, walk the hands back, standing splits. Now flex that foot, point the toes at the ground and peel the right arm up. Try to stack the shoulders. Lengthen from heel to crown. Find your breath. Slowly come back through standing splits. Come to standing with the left knee high. And then bring the left ankle behind you. Grab it from the inside. Let your knees touch. Reach the right arm up. Hinge forward as you kick up and back through that heel. One more breath. Slowly come back up. Lift the knee high, reach the arms high. Cartwheel hands down, shoot the leg high. Walk the hands forward like three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose and step it through. Walk the left foot out to the left a little bit. Maybe you start to lower to the forearms. Maybe the right knee lowers down. Relax your face. All right, I don't normally kill things, but I just killed him because I think he's a flea and I don't want him around. See if you can soften for one more breath. Ah, there's another one. Slowly come back up, walk that foot back in towards center. And come into that half splits or walk that left heel forward a little bit if you're coming towards full splits. And release. Bring the left foot back so it's under the knee. Curl the right toes. Shoot the left foot up and back, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hips. And come back downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, high on the tippy toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into your heels. Now we're gonna hop up to a deep yogic squat. Shift your gaze, bend your knees, and hop it up there. Press the knees open. Lengthen the spine. Interlace the fingers, release index finger. Reach your arms forward. Turn your toes forward. Squeeze your head with your arms. Get your thighs parallel to the ground. Pull the belly in. Find a little more length. Press into all four corners of the feet. Inhale, come on up. Reach up. Drop it over to the right. Find a little more length. Drop back into your heels a little bit. Soften. Slowly come back up. Press into the feet. Drop it to the left. Slowly come back up. We'll find a backward bend. Drop your head back first. Press your hips forward. Reach through the fingers. Slowly come back up. Start to hinge forward. Bend your knees so everything's parallel to the ground. And then release your hands. Fold forward. Lift your hips. Maybe the legs straighten. So your feet are still as wide as your hips. Slide your fingers under your toes. Pull your head down towards the ground. Rock a little weight into your toes. Lift those sit bones up and back. Release your grip. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale through the nose, high on the toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into the heels. Inhale, right foot lifts up. Come up on the toes. Sink into the heel, walk those hands back. Peel the right foot open, stacking the hips, press back through the heel. Peel the right arm up one more time, lengthen from heel to crown. Come back through standing splits, leveling the hips out. Now slowly walk your hands forward, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Actually bring your right knee to your right wrist like half pigeon pose. Lower the left knee down, wiggle those left toes back. Bring the hands back by the hips, lift the heart, puff the chest up a little bit. And then slowly start to walk the hands forward, keeping the heart lifted and the spine long. See if you can get your forehead to rest on the mat. Get away from me, they're everywhere. But I think they're bigger than fleas. They're not like microscopic, obviously. Let your breath do its magic here. To release some of that tension in your body, some of that tension in your mind. Two more breaths. Let something go here. Slowly come back up. Roll to the outside of your right hip. Bring the left foot up and around outside that knee. And try to lower the left glute down, maybe moving that right heel out of its way. We'll turn and twist to the left, planting the left fingertips at the base of the spine to lengthen. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Turn and twist to the left. Hook the elbow outside the knee for leverage and twist your spine open. Inhale, create space in your spine, in your mind. Exhale, create softness as you let something go. Slowly, just your head turns to gaze over the right shoulder and even beyond. Deepen your twist by using that elbow against the knee and soften one more time. And then slowly unwind through center, finding a little counter twist on the right. Slowly come back up. We'll unwind a little bit, cross the ankles, plant the hands. Either hop it back, chaturanga, or just slowly make your way back, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, high on the tippy toes. Open mouth, exhale, sink into your heels. Inhale, left foot reaches up high. Come up on the toes again. Exhale, sink into the heel, walk your hands back. Standing splits, head is heavy. Turn those toes open, stack the hips, press back through the heel, peel the left arm up one more time and find a little more length. Lower the left hand like standing splits. Walk the hands forward, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, left wrist, half pigeon other side. Walk those right toes back a little more. Walk the hands back with the hips, lift through the heart, and then walk forward. Trying to get the forehead to rest down on the mat. Okay, it's not true. I've been killing a lot of yellow jackets with this sugar water. Actually, I've been killing a lot of things. I just realized that was a lie. I've been killing mice and rats. Well, not me personally, but in the trap. And ticks. I guess I've been killing ticks too. Let your breath do its magic here. Use these last two breaths to really settle in and let something go. Slowly come back up. Roll onto that left hip. Sweep the right foot up and around. Lower that right glute. Maybe that heel needs to move out of the way. Turn to the right. Plant the fingertips to lengthen the spine. Reach the left arm up. Hook the elbow and twist. Now feel this space you're creating in your spine as you lengthen. Feel this space you're creating in your mind as you let the inhale expand and soften all that space between the ears. Notice how that same focus that can let that tension in your muscles go is that same motion of letting go of these thoughts that can clutter our minds and make them too busy. See if you can apply that motion in the mind and wherever you feel the tension in your body and kind of all over, really letting the breath help you to let go. Slowly, just the head turns, gazes over the left shoulder and beyond. Deepen the twist a little bit, soften one more time, and slowly release through center. Find that little counter twist on the left. And come back to center. We're going to come back into a boat pose. Now we're going to keep the legs up and we're going to bring the hands interlaced, two palms together, interlacing the fingers. We're going to bring the hands over to the right like we're rowing the boat, back through center and over to the left. Keep kicking out through the balls of the feet and hugging everything into center line. Pull the belly in, find your breath, and row the boat. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . One more time to each side. And then we're gonna roll up to a seat, kick out through the heels, press the hands down, maybe lift the booty up off the ground, lift the heart, tuck the chin a little bit. Lower the booty down, inhale the arms up, reach up and hinge forward, grabbing whatever you can here. Maybe you want to interlace your fingers around your big toes. Kick out through the heels, lift up through the heart, and then pull the heart down towards the feet. Lift the shoulders up into the ears and then draw them back and let them soften down. See if you can engage your quads here. Pressing them down into the ground, lifting up the heels. Last 2 breaths, maybe you let your head hang heavy and really let something go. And slowly release, come on up. Bring your right heel right into your center line. Try to lower the right knee down. Kick out through the left heel and then reach for that foot or whatever you can grab. Unless you'd rather find a twist, then come up and turn and twist to the right. Try to grab that big toe with the peace sign fingers of the right hand. Maybe you get a hold and you still want to reach for that foot. Use your breath. Two more breaths. And slowly release, straighten the right leg out. Bring that left heel into center. Kick out through the right heel, reach for that foot, or turn and twist to the left and try to grab that big toe. Two more breaths. And release. Bring both feet flat on the ground, reach your hands forward, and slowly roll back onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. And find a happy baby. Tuck your chin a little bit. Try to get the lower vertebrae and the booty down on the mat. Now lower the feet down flat on the ground as wide as the hips. Reach your fingers down to touch your heels. Press into all 4 corners of the feet and lift the hips up. Lift the chest up towards the chin. Maybe interlace the fingers underneath your body. Maybe rocking side to side to get the shoulders underneath your body. Keep the knees in line with the hips. Press into the feet. Keep your chin drawing just slightly away from your chest, but soften all through the face, the neck, the mind. Lift up one more time, maybe rolling up onto the tippy toes, and then slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time, feel the upper vertebrae come down, and then the next one, and then the next one. Keep your chin slightly tucked. Keep your booty down, arch the back up off the ground, lifting up through the chest. And then again, upper vertebrae touches first, roll each vertebrae down to the mat until you're tucking the tailbone and lifting your booty up off the ground. And then lower the butt back down. We're gonna do 2 more back bends. Press into all 4 corners of the feet, lift your hips up. Maybe you interlace the fingers under you, maybe the palms even glue together under there. Maybe you wanna lift one leg up high here, or roll up onto your tippy toes. Whatever you're doing, make sure to do it evenly on both sides. Stay with your breath. Lift everything up one more time, roll up onto the toes and slowly lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. Keep your booty down, arch your back to lift your heart up. And again, roll each vertebrae back down till you're tucking the tailbone and lifting the booty up off the ground. And relax. We'll do one more. You can do wheel if you want to bring your hands up by your ears. Stay with your breath. Maybe you want to lift one leg up high here or roll up on your tippy toes. Lift everything up one more time. Roll up on the toes. Tuck your chin to your chest if you're all the way up. And then one vertebrae at a time rolls down to the ground. Hug your knees into your chest. And now we'll roll back into a plow pose. Get the toes to touch the ground behind your head if you can. Once you settle in, maybe you bring the arms, maybe you interlace the fingers behind you, maybe the palms even glue together here. Let your breath do its magic. Soften. We'll lift up into a shoulder stand. Bring your hands to your hips. Straighten your legs up towards the sky. Zip your legs together. Reach up through the balls of the feet a little higher. Slowly lower back into that plow pose and soften. Reach your hands back behind you. Press down into the palms. Stay soft through the face and the shoulders as you slowly lower one vertebrae at a time back down to the mat. Once your booty touches the ground, flex the feet, drawing the toes in towards the face. Kick out through the heels. Let's take 20 seconds to lower the legs all the way down. All right, hug everything into center. Tuck your chin a little bit. Kick out through the heels. Find your breath. Pull the belly in. We're only halfway now. 10 more seconds. Kick through the heels. Maybe you want to pop up into a fish, sliding the hands under the booty, pressing into the elbows to lift the heart. Reach the crown of the head towards the mat. Reach out through the balls of the feet. Maybe your feet lift up off the ground. And slowly release. Hug your knees into your chest. Bring your arms out to the side like a cactus. Shift your hips to the right and lower your knees to the left, trying to stack the hips. Gaze out over the right hand. And really use your breath to let go of some tension in the body, some tension in the mind. Two more breaths. Slowly come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Cactus the arms. Shift your hips to the left. Lower your knees to the right. Gaze out over the left hand. Let go. Two more breaths. Slowly come back to center and hug your knees into your chest one last time. And then let your legs go long on the mat. Spread your feet as wide as the mat. Tuck your chin a little bit. And draw your toes in towards each other to touch, and then open them back up a couple times quickly. And then slow it down a little bit. And then slowly come back to stillness with the toes splayed open. Slowly turn your head from side to side. Maybe a little bit quicker. And then start to slow it down. Slowly come back to stillness in the center. And feel the weight of your head and your shoulders. Just allowing any tension to melt here. Bring all of your awareness to your toes. See if you can relax your toes. See if you can feel a gentle wave of relaxation making its way up your body as you relax your feet, the arches of your feet, your heels, balls of your feet. See if you can feel a softening through the ankles, making its way up the calves. Feel the knees soften as the big muscles in your legs relax. Feel the weight of your hips and your pelvis as you soften through the belly. Imagine you could relax the ribs and the lungs, melting through the heart. Soften through your shoulders and then bring it down the arms as you relax the biceps and the triceps. Softening through the elbow joint. Feeling the forearms start to open as the fingers soften. Relax your jaw. Relax all the space inside your mouth, your tongue. Soften your forehead, your eyes, your mind. And see if there's any more space you've created here. And settle into that. Invite a deeper breath into your nose, all the way down into your toes, and keep finding more space to breathe air into. See how long you can hold on to this inhale. Keep softening, keep drawing a couple more sips of air. And then let it all go. Bringing movement back into your fingers, into your toes. But try not to bring too much movement back into your mind. See if you can keep this space of stillness for a little while longer. If you notice your mind start to bounce around, just focus a little more on each breath, allowing each breath to clear your mind. Roll over onto either side. And when you're ready, slowly peel yourself back up to a seat. Coming to a comfortable cross-legged seat. Lift the shoulders up, draw them back, and let them melt down. Keep them down. Keep them softening down the back as you inhale. Reach out through the fingers. Lift all the way up. Bring the hands down to that space above the eyebrows. And then down to the heart. Let the head bow to the wisdom of the heart. Really feel what that means here. It means we keep that quiet, still space in the mind and let something a little deeper, like our highest truth, guide us. Not that mind that likes to bounce around and change its mind and doubt itself. Something a little deeper. So when we can quiet the mind and make room for the unmanifest, that's what happens. That's something deeper, that consciousness, that God moves through us. Lift the thumbs to the space above the eyebrows and take a moment to thank yourself for showing up. May all beings everywhere be free from pain and suffering. May our thoughts and actions in some way contribute to that. Namaste.